It's June TBR time, and I just used 5 prompts for my TBR jar to choose my priority reads in this next month. I'm kind of unsure if this deck actually gives June vibes, but let's go over it and you tell me what you think. First up was a book with a one-word title. I chose Crescendo by Jane Healey. This is like a historical family fiction meets thriller. We're set in 1950s France in these ballet theaters, these opera houses, and we follow a brother and sister duo. The brother is very talented at music and he's becoming a very famous pianist, and his twin sister is his manager. But one day he starts slipping up, he starts canceling tours without consulting his sister, and it sounds like what comes between them is one man who sort of infiltrates both of their lives separately. It sounds like there's some jealousy involved, some tensions that stir up between these siblings, and this just sounds like a really juicy story to dive into. So definitely excited about this one. Next prompt was happy book, which you guys know is kind of a rare mood for me. Most of the books I read are not necessarily happy, so I only really had 2 options of books to choose from, and I ended up choosing The Shippers by Katherine Center. This is a fun Katherine Center rom-com that's set on a cruise ship where our protagonist's sister is getting married. She recruits her childhood best friend to be her wingman. She's trying to like get with another guy on the cruise, but as her childhood best friend starts helping her and they start spending a lot of time together, old feelings stir up, old unresolved feelings, and this does sound like a very fun, just like a summer feeling rom-com, so I do think this one suits June. My TBR jar really wanted me to start a new series this next month, so I chose This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Alona Andrews. This is the first book in an unfinished series. Our protagonist wakes up one day in the fantasy world of an unfinished book series that she loves, and she needs to decide between trying to find her way home or helping her favorite characters find the end of their stories. I've heard really great things about this one. Excited to dive into this as a new high fantasy series. For a 300-page book, I decided to go with The Kingdom Back by Marie Lu. This one follows the story of Mozart's sister and how she always had to live in the shadow of her brother, like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, who we all know, because while she is also very talented with music, she was never allowed to compose. She was never given the same opportunities as her brother because of the time that they were alive, and this book highlights her story, but we also add a magical twist to it, which I think is just always really fun. And to counteract the short read, we have a long book. I picked up The Jessed Crown by Sarah Hashem to finish off this duology. I did enjoy The Jessed Heir, but I have heard this book is kind of like where it's at in the duology, so I'm excited to jump into this, excited to finish up this duology and see where this book takes us. So these are the 5 books that I'm going to prioritize for my June at TBR. I don't really think this screams June necessarily, but I am excited to dive into these reads. So let me know what is on your June TBR.